I could go back to like my roots of being just a white trash motherfucker. It's nice, man. I've really accepted who I am, you know?
Well, it's so interesting to watch people go through these changes in life, in these trials through adversity, and become like a very interesting person at the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, I know you say a lot of outrageous shit, and it's very funny, but you also say some very good shit. You know, like this speech that you gave when you were talking about America, like that speech, the post-fight press conference speech, it's a fucking great speech.
Well, you know what it is, man? I'm white trash. Like what I mean by that is like I am the future of America. So like both my parents work. You know, my dad's a piece of shit, but you know, fucking in hell probably right now. But both my parents worked. They made good money, but we were poor. We were poor because after the cigarettes, the bars, and the fast food, we're fucking poor. I mean, like, you know, we had like fucking. I can't tell you, you'd find a piece of paper and you wrinkled up, you use that as fucking toilet paper. You know, every time I wipe my ass with a piece of fucking paper you laying around. But this is like, it's like this unholy alliance that corporations are doing to America. They want women working, they want lower wages, and they want more consumerism. And it's like, I don't mean it like, I'm not sexist, like, oh, put women back in the kitchen, you know, they suck. No, I love fucking women, you know, take off the burqa, wear a fucking bikini, and huzzah. but you know what I'm saying? But we're truly like in a weird time to where like corporations are eroding values of America.
Well, they act within their best interests. And their best interest is to keep people consumers and make sure that people just pay attention only to stupid shit.
You have Walmart in your phone now. You want to go. I mean, I can't even me, I'm to blame. There's some times, you guys, where I'm like, maybe I'm a little depressed. I don't know. I'm fucking just in a bad mood. I'm like, I'm going to go on Amazon. Let's see what the fucking Amazon fairy is recommending me today. Maybe I could find something that'll give me a little serotonin boost.
Find some happiness in a one click.
Yeah. And then so it's like and then on top of that, now we go full circle. You have two parents working, and I'm going mostly on the West Coast. You have shitty fucking kids, dude. Las Vegas, graduation rates less than 50%. High school dropout, no GED. I'm not one to talk. But how do you raise a family, a successful family, when your kids are being raised by the system?
Right.
By fucking TikTok. After my fight, I had the doctor, you know, good guy, the doctor of UFC. He comes up to me. He's like, hey, why are you talking bad about Las Vegas? I'm like, well, Dr. John, or your name is Doctor. He's a cool dude. What school do your kids go to? And he just like gets a big like smirk. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you're paying like 50 plus a year to educate your kids. Like, so again, man, I mean, where's the reset button? Maybe there is no reset button.
I think the reset button is teaching people that there's things that you can do in life that can transform you. And I think, as weird as that sounds, a lot of people learn that through watching people like you evolve through fighting, because it's the most difficult thing you do outside of war and being a cop and being a fireman. It's the most difficult physical pursuit that a person can get involved with for a living.
But again, we're talking on such a deeper fundamental level. If you have no belief, like we could say America's becoming atheist. Like we could say that. If you have no belief, if you have no moral right, no wrong, and you're not taught this from like a stable family and you're being raised, I mean, like literally America's becoming like communist China, where like we're letting our school system dictate values and beliefs. We're letting the system tell you what your kids are. And again, I'm agnostic, so I'm not telling everybody to go find Jesus, you know. If you're gonna find somebody, at least let it be fucking Jesus, right? But I mean, how do you fix a moral decay of a society when that's just where we're going? You got TikTok, man. Even fucking communist China will mitigate what shows on TikTok, but they give us utter fucking filth.
But it's just, I know exactly what you're saying. And, I went through the public school system, but I did it in the 1980s. It was very different.
Getting worse.
Yeah, it's a lot worse now.
But, I mean, how do you, like, again, like, if you were God Joe Rogan, how do you fix this?
You gotta pump a lot of money into inner cities. You gotta figure out a way to make programs, and there's places in this country that for decades and decades have been filled with crime and gang violence and drug addiction, and that's all they know, and that's the standard of their community, and that's what you grow up with, and that's what you see. And if we don't fix that, the odds of those people coming out of there, I mean, there's a few that come out of there that become, whether they're artists or athletes or whatever it is, they find a way through. They figure it out, but they're the rare ones.
Okay.
They're the rare ones. What we got to do is create systems where you have opportunity for kids and also mitigate the crime and mitigate the violence and whatever the fuck has to be done. Look, if they can dump billions of dollars into Ukraine,
It's fucking ain't.
if they could dump billions of dollars into, I mean, there's so many different things that they pump money into, but they've never pumped any money into Baltimore. They never pumped any money into Detroit. Like, try to figure out a way. Like, if you can, like, think about like what Halliburton did during the Iraq War. They got these no-bid contracts where Cheney was the fucking CEO of Halliburton. He becomes the vice president of the United States, and then the company he works for gets these no-bid contracts to rebuild shit we blow up. Which is wild, but there's profit in that, right? 100%. So what about figuring out a way to funnel that profit into fixing inner cities?
Yeah.
If we have less losers, we have a better America. Yeah. And if you give people more opportunity, you have less losers.
So even let's go on the smallest scale of sex. Like, how old are you, Joe?
55.
When was the first time you started watching porn? Can I ask that question?
Yeah, it was VHS tapes came out when I was like, I probably was like 15 or 16.
Okay, so I mean, we had my brother. So my brother's a few years older than me, so he remembers things that I don't. But he'll like tell me I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about that. So I was watching porn in like early elementary school, like first grade and second grade. Like, because we had like a communal porn box.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like my dad had this like fucking like an old school water heater box and just stacked with fucking porn, right? So you kids don't know about this, but we had like the communal VCR. So like you would go to watch Aladdin, and all of a sudden like Buttfuckers 29 is on the fucking TV. So I started watching porn when I was like, I don't know. I was jerking off to fucking third grade, dude. My fucking third grade teacher. But I was surrounded by that. Right. So I'm at this moral decay. And it was like, and I was the odd one. Man. Like, I had to go fucking find the porn. I had to go fucking. Yeah. My brother always jokes that, like, when he would, like, take my dad's porn tape out of the VCR, he would always have to rewind it to where he started so no one knew he was watching porn. But then he jokes, he's, oh man, I always know where my dad's coming now.
When
you come, you just shut the fucking thing off.
Oh, how gross.
But so, yeah, right? Fucking, yeah, dude, my dad was fucking, I'm surprised I'm not more fucked up. But, so what I'm saying.
Is he alive now?
No, he died of cancer. It's actually fucking, fucking get on the, I'll tell you. But it's kind of funny. Like, so I'm an oddity. I'm jerking off. I'm a little fucking kid, I'm an oddity. Like, I'm fucking violent. But now, dude, you give a little kid a cell phone and you have two parents working. Next thing you know, I mean, you fucking go on Instagram, you got titties in your face. Like, now we're like hypersexualizing kids. And I think that's also a big moral decay. Because the moment you become hypersexualized and I can't stop thinking about fucking pussy and dick, like, it starts fucking your brain up at such a young age. So,
and it's a very unusual way to give it to kids where they have instant access to watching porn on their phone all day long.
And we have no morals. There's no reason not to be a shitty person these days. You ain't going to heaven. Just fucking go fucking fuck the chick, come in her. Like, you don't got to raise your fucking kid. So I think one of the best things we can do as society is mitigate sex. Because that is like the gateway to, like, that's why we want to make money. That's why kids want to sell drugs. That's why kids want to go fucking party. There is no fucking pussy. Like, no one fucking, like, no one, if there was no fucking pussy, no one's going to a party. Like, why do I want to go to a party and drink? I'm going to go to get fucking pussy,
Right.
Yeah. I always joke. I say no one shoots up a school because they have too much fucking pussy.
That's true.
But there are some good things about it.
Oh, for sure, there's good things about it. But it is weird when it's like hypersexualizing kids. Bro, it's not good.
And then like you go and you see fucking kids these days, like the shit they wear, like fucking Dude, put some fucking clothes on. You fucking like 16, your fucking titties are out.
Well,
know?
they're being told that that's what gets them attention.
Yes.
You know, and they see it all the time on Instagram when a girl has like 5 million followers and every photo is a picture of her ass.
Assholes hanging out and shit, you know? Like, fuck, dude.
And that's crazy.
You a Norm McDonald
Yeah, I
fan?
loved him.
I fucking love Norm
He's
McDonald.
a great guy, man.
I love this skit about like being famous. He's like, what did we have to do after they went to the moon? You know, like you had to go to the moon to be famous. Now you just show your fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Success, dude. You fucking, there we go, man.